Today I want to show you something. I want to show you how I grow tomatoes in grow bags like these. And if I can grow nice tomatoes like these from my harvest from last year, then I know that you can too. It can be very discouraging if you make too many of these mistakes, but it can also be very rewarding. Stay tuned and I'll show you exactly what to avoid. Mistake number one can be using too small of a container. I'm hoping you can see the comparison here. This is a 15-gallon grow bag. This is a 3-gallon grow bag. This is a 20-gallon grow bag. And these are in 10-gallon grow bags. Now your large heirloom tomatoes are definitely going to need at least a 15-gallon grow bag. Maybe a 10 at the very least, but you're going to really have problems. This is a 20-gallon grow bag, just using the 3-gallon to compare. And then your bush type tomatoes, which are ones that won't grow nearly as high. These indeterminate tomatoes will get higher than this fence. And the root system will fill that whole bag and even start to grow into the ground. So make sure you don't use too small of a container. 10-gallon I use for the smaller bush type. Indeterminate tomatoes I use 20 and 15-gallon. 3-gallon for my flowers. The next mistake, and when I first started growing in grow bags, this is one that I made, trying to use the wrong type of soil. This soil right here I just took out of that grow bag, and this soil I took from out of the ground. I just want to show you a difference in soil. Even though this soil has a good many stones in it, it's just going to get like mud. Oh my goodness, whenever you can actually make a snowball with it. It's a mud ball. If you try and grow tomatoes in that type of soil, it's going to be a mistake that you'll wish you hadn't made. Now I'm going to show you the soil that I got out of the... I can squeeze the water out of it and look, it just flakes right apart. You can't make a snowball. Look at this one. Plop. Mud. You have to use a potting mix mixed with compost. You can mix it with some regular soil if you want, but make sure you have it loose. Some of the topsoils you buy have sand in. That'll stay loose. Potting mix, definitely mixed in any of it will help you. So try and make sure you have a good loose soil like that. That when it's wet, you can't make a snowball like that. The next one here is kind of simple. It's how much you water your plant. If you're using fabric grow bags, especially black ones where you get a lot of hot sun, you're probably going to need to water them every day. But do a soil test. Stick your finger down in there as far as you can. And if it feels a little moist, you're doing okay. If you're using a hard container, and you don't have enough of holes in it, then you're going to get it too wet and it's going to get soggy and your leaves are going to turn yellow. So it's important to do just the right amount of watering, but the best way that I know to tell you to check it is give it a check. And don't just go in the first inch or two. Stick your finger way down in there. Do you feel some moisture? Mistake number 3 remedy is give it the finger check. We're rolling right along. If you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. Mistake number 4 is using the wrong type of support for your tomatoes. Now an indeterminate tomato, believe it or not, I don't know, this is probably 5 foot high, but this is not going to be near high enough. You know, I'm going to have to, I use T-posts so that I can add on and actually get this a little bit higher. Some people use cattle panels, which are more sturdy. You know, I used to think you could just take this and stick it down over that tomato. And, you know, some people will do this and then they'll add another one of these on top and they'll put a solid T-post beside it so they can support it, good support. Because what's going to happen, you don't believe it, but these will get 6 to 7 feet tall. I've seen them already. In fact, I'll show you a brief picture from last year. The other thing would be, now for your smaller bush type tomatoes, you can get away with one of these. So, you know, you have to use your own judgment. These are a determinate tomato. and they don't get real tall. So the support system is different for the two types of tomatoes. Make sure you know what type of tomato you're growing. And that will roll us right into mistake number 5, is knowing what type of tomato you're growing. Are you growing a determinate tomato plant that will only get 3 foot high? If you look each variety up, it'll basically tell you how tall the stalks will get. And you need to know, because you can support a smaller tomato plant with a cage, but a tall determinate you can't. And even cherry tomatoes, which I have cherry tomatoes planted, they grow so tall and sometimes they get like a jungle. So know what type you're growing, know how high they grow, know how big the tomatoes get, because it can make a difference in your support. That's mistake number 5. The next mistake, mistake number 6, is not giving them the right feed or knowing how much feed to give them. I'm not an expert here by any means, but I want to show you how I do it. I use a fertilizer that's formulated for tomatoes and vegetables, and also bone meal. I'll also tell you that if you use something that's high in nitrogen, like a Miracle Grow all-purpose or something like that, you're just going to grow the stalks real fast and not really much focus on the fruit itself. How much are you going to use? Well, my focus is on these fabric grow bags, and you're going to be watering it, and the water is going to be running out, and you're going to wash the nutrients out of this soil. So you're going to have to give a tablespoon or 2 of each, probably at a minimum of every 2 weeks, maybe every week. It depends how much rain you get or how much watering you have to do. With these types of fertilizers, it's hard to over-fertilize it. If you put too much nitrogen on there, you can, of course, really harm your plants. So I did want to do one tip to this mistake. You can actually get a Miracle Grow that's formulated for tomato. And liquid fertilizer sometimes is good because it's going to absorb that fertilizer right away. I myself use the Miracle Grow organic vegetable food, and you mix it. It's water soluble, and you mix it with water. And when you water that, your roots will absorb that. So once they start to blossom, a lot of times I really like to push them with that type of fertilizer. Now don't forget to stay tuned for the 2 bonus mistakes right after mistake number 7 here. Mistake number 7 is fairly simple. You can see I only grow 1 tomato plant per container. You know, some people think you can take a 20-gallon or a 15-gallon container and grow 2 plants. Not with tomatoes. Their root system gets absolutely massive. So 1 plant per container. If you go more than that, you're just going to have to be feeding almost all the time, and you may just not get the product that you were hoping for. Bonus mistake number 1, or mistake number 8, don't plant them too early. They like warm temperatures, and I'm going to show you a video clip from this year of a couple tomato plants that I planted too early. I made that mistake again this year. I just can't hardly wait to plant. The cold, the frost, that light frost really almost did them in. And I'm not sure whether to pull them out and just replant in these bags or let them go. You can see that there was even some damage at the tops. And sometimes I just go a little too early. I've already experimented, and some of the plants that I'll be planting yet even later than these may do better than some of the ones I planted early. So don't plant them out there too early. They like a soil temperature of about 50 degrees at the coldest. So you can use a thermometer if you want, but that's the bonus mistake number 1. Well, mistake number 2, or the 9th mistake, would be that you don't have them in enough of sunlight. Right here where these tomatoes are setting, they don't get a whole lot of morning sun because the deck is right behind. But they get a lot of midday and afternoon sunshine. They should do pretty good. They call for full sun, which would be 6 to 8 hours of sunlight, but if you set them under a tree or in total shade, that would be a big mistake. So make sure they get some sunshine. They are fairly tolerant of some shade, but the mistake would be setting them where they don't get any sun at all. Well, that about sums it up. 9 different mistakes. If you can avoid any of these mistakes, it's going to help your harvest. I hope that I was helpful here today and that I've encouraged you in some way to try a tomato plant in a grow bag. Even if it's just one. Even if you have to put it in your front yard beside your driveway, wherever you could get a little bit of sun, on your deck, on your porch, whatever. But if you like this content, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll put a link below to a couple of my past videos on potatoes and tomatoes also. And stay tuned to my channel for more videos, and we'll watch this stuff grow and just see how it does. Kind of like grow it together. It's not necessarily for me, it's also for you. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it.